Hey YouTubers, today we're going to be painting our window frame, and I'm just going to show you the sequence on how we go about that, and I'll actually show you how to paint the frames out. So let's get into our demonstration. So here's our window, and you can see that it's yellow, and we're going to paint it red to match the walls. And before we get into our painting demonstration, we'll just describe some of the features of the window. So these are what's known as the Muntin bars. These bars that separate the glass from the window frame, and that's what we'll paint first when we start painting. Then we do the window frame themselves, the flats of the window frame. Then we do the build out, which is this area here, this flat area here, in between these window frames and the outer frame. And then we have the window trim itself. This part of the window trim is known as a backband, and that's a really popular and common feature here in Muskoka. So as you can see, we're progressing along quite nicely with our cutting in of the Muntin bars, and I'll just demonstrate how I go about doing this. So we want to start by laying down the wet brush into the body of the Muntin bar. Now this is a pretty wide bar, it could be a narrow bar, but the principle is the same. We have to judge how much paint we lay down. And then using the tip of the brush, we just point in and then turn our brush in and then pull along this way, and then we turn the brush around and go back into this corner and then pull our paint back. Now don't be too alarmed if you get any paint on the glass. It's acceptable to put some paint on. If it happens to go on a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch. So we lay down wet brush, and then we put the brush down, point back into there, and then pull back, say halfway, and then reverse the brush, point back down in, pull it back. Same for the inside. And there you have it. So we'll demonstrate this again. What you can do too, if you find there's too much paint on the brush, is you can strike off on one side and just leave paint on one side of the brush, and then work that paint into the big part of the bar and get most of that paint off, and then with a slightly drier brush we can do our detail work. Pull that along. And then you might find that with these windows you have to reposition yourself, or with any painting project you want to be in control of your brush at all times. So you may have to reposition, get above the job or beside the job, a certain angle. So you'll have to be the judge of what is better for you in any given situation. Fortunately there's a bit of a sill here, so I can get up and get above this. And it's making it easier for me to paint the inside of that Muntin bar. I hope you enjoyed that demonstration on how to paint the Muntin bars. It's a detail that's commonly found in patio doors, entrance doors, French doors and windows, of course. So I hope you found that tip useful for the projects that you're involved in or that you're thinking of doing. I hope it makes it easier for you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them, and by all means subscribe. And so until next time, I've been Craig, the Muskoka painter, helping you take the pain out of painting.